Well, hello everyone. Have we got something to talk about today? The crypto is in a mess, if you ask me. It's getting manipulated. It's got people in a panic. Everyone's running for the hills. You've got people saying the bear market's here. You've got people saying Elon Musk has caused the beginning of the bear run. He's the killer of Bitcoin. You've got people saying that the Dodge and the Shibas are going to carry the crypto through for the rest of the year. You've got all sorts of stuff being thrown out there by influencers. So in today's rundown, we're going to talk about, is it the end for Bitcoin? We're going to talk about what is actually happening in crypto, not what we're guessing, not what we're thinking, what the experts are saying. We're going to talk about what the charts are saying, and then we're also going to go on to the altcoins. So I'm Christian, this is Crypto Ripto. If that sounds something you want to listen to, so, is it the end for Bitcoin? Has Elon Musk killed Bitcoin, and has he secretly made Tesla dump all his Bitcoin and again made it fall absolutely out of its arse? Well, in my opinion, no. One person can have a massive influx on something when the sheep are following the lions, but the majority of investors and the big money players do not follow social media. They do not follow the fact that, you know, Elon Musk has done this and Elon Musk has made Tesla do that. Yes, they're skeptical about it, but what happens if he creates a FUD? People are selling at high, it drops all the way back down, and eventually when they think it's hit the bottom, which we're going to look at the charts now, they'll buy back in again, and then they'll start pumping up Bitcoin. And then what will happen? All the new people, all the weak hands, all the people that have actually listen to Elon Musk tweets or listen to the FOMO about Bitcoin have sold at a loss. This is what's happening in crypto, and it's really, really sad to see. Now, I know there's a lot of new people in the crypto market, and I know a lot of people, there's a lot of fear out there. A lot of people are saying it's the end of Bitcoin. They've put all the money into it. You know, you hear people are putting like savings into it and they don't really know what's going on. They don't look at any charts. They don't actually investigate what's true in the media and what's not. And when they see it crashing and they see stupid things coming out like it's the end of the bull run, it's the bear market's here from the social media people, then they panic sell. And yes, some people want that, but on this channel, on Crypto Ripto, we're all about two things. A, we want no one to get scammed, and B, we want people to try and trade as safe and as knowledgeable as they can. And at the moment, that's not happening because there's so much FOMO out there. There's so much information about, is Bitcoin dead? When in my theory, and yes, no one's got a crystal ball, but in a lot of people that I've looked at on the Telegram, on the Twitter, a lot of the people in the forums, and that's also a lot of people from sort of like the background of investing, they say Bitcoin's not here. Now we're going to look at the chart, and yes, Bitcoin might be in a little bit of a danger of tracing down, but that's investing, right? If a coin didn't go down and only went up, no one would invest in it because we won't be able to make money. But let me just show you the Bitcoin chart, and yes, it's not exactly good viewing, but as we can see here, Bitcoin's been taking an absolute bit of a battering. We can see obviously it was doing all right, it was going sideways, it was doing okay, it was sort of pumping around the 59,000 mark, and this is the 4-hour candles, and we was doing okay, we were sort of consolidating nicely, and it was at a low. Now we were thinking it's hit here, and as we know, the more times it hits a resistance, the weaker the resistance come. But then obviously we come into outside influence, and I'm not just going to batter Elon all the time, but there'll be other things that have caused a factor of this, and Bitcoin drops. And now it's dropped down, and now we're sort of bouncing off around the 42 levels. Now it is a little bit worrying because you can see from the moving averages that we're in a downtrend. But this is where we really need to see Bitcoin sort of get hold of itself now and start sort of consolidating sideways, take a bounce off this support here and start rallying back up to the resistance, ready to sort of form a bull run again. and break through, but we're not seeing this at the moment. But if you have a look here, just on the chart here, in my opinion, this is a very bullish candle, and it's a good one to see. And now I know this candle came through at 1 o'clock, and we're going to see the next one at 5 o'clock. But for me, I think around 42 is going to be around the bottom. A lot of people are thinking we might retest it, and we might have a wick down, because you know how, for some reason, I don't know how this happens, but a lot of people that invest in Bitcoin now, whenever something consolidates sideways for a good while and it starts hitting support, for some reason, whether the exchanges do it or whether the investors do it or whatever, it has a massive wick dump down to try and sort of like wipe out any of the sort of like, you know, the longs or anything like that, or any people trying to sort of like get ahead of or outsmart the market. And we might see a big wick down before then we start seeing a good rally up. But Bitcoin's is still the dominant coin. It's still the main coin in the crypto industry. Now I know everyone's saying, yeah, but Dodge and Shiba are coming, blah blah blah. Now what's happened with Dodge since the Saturday Night Live thing? It was crashing, and a lot of people have said were panicking and saying, oh well, you know, so excuse me, I had to have a drink. You know, Elon Musk, can you retweet? Let's get Dodge to the moon. Then you've seen people shifting to Shiba. Then obviously now we have the creator of Ethereum getting rid of all his Shiba, Shibu, however you call it, Shibu. And now they're blaming him. Now there's a witch hunt out for him, saying he's wrecked us, you know, he didn't have no consideration for us. There's a lot of people investing in absolute trash coins that when they go wrong, which inevitably they go wrong, you know, we've all been in this crypto game a long time. The people that haven't, you need to listen to the people that have, you know. There's Ivan on the text, a great advocate for this. He's been saying way back, like from last year, that you will get wrecked if you're not careful. This was before all these trash coins were coming and getting really pumped in the media and really pumped on socials. He was saying, you will get wrecked if you're not cautious. So be careful investing in these trash coins, because they, as you can see from Shibu, it's dumped. It is absolutely fallen out. Now, we do see, obviously, a little bit with Dodge. The Dodge fell right down. If you see here, it went all the way down to sort of like 35 cents. It had a little bit of a rally, but now it looks like it's just sort of deciding whether it's going into another downtrend. But again, here, without it being pumped and dumped, you actually see Dodge doesn't really do a lot. There's no real significance in there, because it's just FOMO money. You know, if you see big rallies like this, you'll see day traders and investors sort of like play the market. They'll get in here, they'll guess it, it'll break through a support at what it had at one time here, and you'll ride it up. Now, I'm not a Dodge hater. I invested down here. Once I seen the volume come through here, obviously I rode it all the way up. Now, and I got out obviously a little bit earlier than most, but around here, because I thought it was just going to be a pump and dump. Inevitably it was. But people that are leaving their money in this coin long time is not great. So they're thinking, is it the end of Bitcoin? And saying, you know, we'll put our money into these trash coins. That's why I veered off a little bit there, but I was just talking about, you know, the trash coin. Bitcoin is still the safest investment. Yes, it has a bit of a dump, but as with anything, you know, this is still $1,000 asset, which in my opinion is on sale. It's at $43,000. When it touches 42, yeah, I know there's a lot of volume of buying and selling here, but I still think it's relatively cheap. Now, if we see Bitcoin do a lot of the sideways stuff here, we could see it pump the alts a little bit. But then, you know, the alts seem to pump at the moment. Most of them pump when Ethereum pumps, which is strange in my opinion, because obviously I thought the money would flow out of Bitcoin into Ethereum, out of Ethereum into the alts. But for some reason, if everyone just gets excited when they see a couple of the coins pump. But it's definitely not the end of Bitcoin. Now, obviously, you know, we could talk forever and a day about Bitcoin, but I just want to quickly reassure you that, in my opinion, I just think Bitcoin is just retracing. It is testing lows. It's sort of been in this channel here for a very, very long time. I mean, even if you go all the way back, you see this channel has been around all the way since like March. You know, it's gone up. It was testing and testing the buy box. We had another dump. Again, it was testing and testing. We have a dump. In my opinion, it's going to go back up. You know, we have these big, massive corrections. This is way back with the Elon Musk tweet. So you see here, Elon Musk, Tesla, blah blah blah, buying. This was. You remember all the memes? We've got to pump it up and all this, crazy, and then bang, everyone dumped, and then people got back on again, and we pumped and pumped, all-time highs. Then we sort of had a correction, then boom, off to the moon again, all-time highs. Then obviously we've been dumping since, and we've not really recovered that much since then. But that's because obviously there's been outside factors in that. Now there's been since here, in my opinion, since this dump here and this big sell-off wick when it was at all time, there's been a lot from here in this kind of area here. There's been a lot of manipulation. Now we still think Bitcoin. There's a lot of people that still think Bitcoin's going to get way up to the 100,000 mark by the end of the year. So this, in my opinion, is just one of them little mini bear markets within a bull market that we've got to ride out. And this is what takes the weak hands from the diamond hands. So is this the end of Bitcoin? I don't think it is. Now, obviously, we want to know as well what is happening to Bitcoin now. Sorry, to crypto. Now, what is happening to crypto? Well, crypto's getting manipulated. You know, it's had, whenever you put so much hype on something and you put so much like chaos around it and saying that crypto's a new currency, crypto's going to take over fiat, crypto's going to be the new world, you're going to get people that manipulate money and manipulate markets coming flying in there. Now, once they've had their time, they've come in, they've done the thing, they've shilled something or they've pumped something and they're manipulated, it will settle down. You know, people just get boring. That's why even if, look, Elon Musk is boring now. He's boring. You know, people like FOMO in this stuff. The people that are new to crypto, that are FOMO into these coins, losing money, they've only got a certain amount of money to lose, which we don't want people to lose it. But if they do lose it, you know, it's a shame, because obviously then this will start going into more of the smart money, because people have got wrecked. Crypto's sort of getting a bit silly, whereas we need to get it back down. There's like I keep saying, there's a lot of good projects coming out. There's a lot of good coins. Cardano started to pump. Engine was pumping. Matic's been pumping over the last few days. These are good coins with good, strong projects that are rightly so should be pumping. Now, I think, should you be panicking? No, this is what I mean. This is where you start learning what really crypto is like. Crypto is a roller coaster of a ride. You know, it's about the people that have to learn quick on how to be, you know, control their emotions. They have to learn quick about how to sort of get by without panic selling, panic running. You hear, like, you go into these forums and you listen to these happy amateurs, and that's what they are, happy amateurs giving advice when really they don't even know what they're talking about. They've not looked at a chart, they've not looked at a technical analysis, they've not looked at what the markets are saying about investing, they've not looked at, you know, coins that are doing the marketing, what projects are coming up and if they're going to pump or not, you know, because they've got some exciting things coming out and some good announcements and stuff. They're literally just so hell-bent on these trash coins. And it is like an old film, Gladiator, where it said the mob is fickle. the mob follow whatever the excitement is. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what they're doing. They're just like a load of sheep just chasing around after all these different wolves. So one minute these sheep are chasing after the one, being chased by the one wolf, then they'll come back and then they're being chased by another, whether it be the Elon Musk tweets, whether it'll be the FOMO of these trash coins getting pumped up, whether it'll be Reddit things or YouTube things. But real investors don't do that. So, and the real investors and the real people that want to make money and want to keep crypto alive and do well in this industry are the ones that will keep this bull run going. So Bitcoin is not dead. What is happening to crypto? There's a lot of trash coming out there. There's a lot of manipulation coming in the market, but not one person is not bigger than crypto. It is a fact. I don't care what any YouTuber says. I don't care what any tweet says. I don't care what all these little happy amateurs are on. There's not one person bigger than cryptocurrency, and I'll stand by that, and I'll tell you that for a fact. So crypto is not dead. We're just hitting in my opinion, a fire sale where you say you can buy the dip or whatever. But even if you've all in with your money, you don't have to keep buying dips. Even if you're all money, just hold it out until we see big signs that the bull market's over, that the bear market is here, that everything's sort of crashing continuously. But you know, a lot of these coins, like, you see the crash and it bounced back. That's not a bear market. You don't see a crash on a Sunday and it's bounced back by Tuesday. That's just not how it works. So you don't panic. Don't fear. Obviously, I know it's not an easy time for people that are underwater at the moment. And if you brought high, I'm not going to be one of them YouTubers that say, oh, you're silly, you're newbies. I mean, we're all kind of misguided sometimes, and we've all been new to this industry, and we've all done silly things, and we learn from them. And that's all I can say to everyone. Just learn from this and try and listen to the good people out there, and absolutely just don't panic and don't FOMO and don't keep chasing the news, because this is where you get wrecked. If you have a look at someone like Elon Musk or anyone that's sort of like FOMO like that, they are just like, you know, grifters or hustlers. You know, he didn't get super rich by being everyone's best friend. He's not in it for you. Everyone was loving Elon when he was pumping it up. You know, Elon's the best thing. He's the clever, super intelligent guy. He's pumping Dodge. Elon's super clever. He's Bitcoin mad. You know, Elon's the greatest. As soon as he starts taking back for his own benefit, the absolute crowd, the mob, switch on him. Elon's the worst. Elon's a clown. I've said all along, Elon Musk would not be doing anything. Tesla are there, investors are there to make money. If he's doing that, there's going to be something in the long run. Dogecoin, he's not doing that just for a laugh. He's having a game. He wants to make money. Everything is a reason, because all you have to think about, put yourself in their shoes. Would you, if you could, make money and manipulate things? 9 out of 10 people would say yeah. So this is what's happening in crypto at the moment. But like any, you know, shitstorm or cloud, it will blow away. And obviously next comes when the storm's blown over, there's light at the end of the tunnel, the sunshine comes back, and bang, we're off doing our crypto again. So what's happening in crypto? There's a big storm cloud over it at the moment that hopefully is going to blow away quite soon. It will blow away, but we're just hoping it's a bit sooner rather than later. So don't panic. So the altcoins I'm pumping. Obviously, if you've been listening to a lot of people on the YouTube, on the news, everyone sort of gets straight out there with following any coin that pumps. I might not have been talking about before, but one coin that we have always said on the show, which is a great coin, is Cardano, Engine and Matic. Polygon Matic has absolutely been tearing away. Now, as you say, as we've been talking, has crypto been dead? Well, obviously not, because we'll have a look at the chart now and we'll just have a look absolutely how you can see here Matic has been pumping on these are 4-hour candles, and right from the turn on the sort of like the 19th, well, even the 18th even, and Matic's just been sort of tearing away. Now, obviously, just ignore this. This is just my take profits, because obviously I take profits on the way up. I take profits when I think it's going to hit a good level. Then obviously when it retraces, if I've got the appetite to buy back in, I buy back in. If I don't, I just keep the profits and I put into a coin that I don't think's pumped yet. That's just the way I work. You know, it's always worked well for me. Take a bit of money out of the coins that I think are doing well and put them into the coins that I don't, layer back into them, and everything starts catching up at a good pace rather than 2 or 3 coins leaving the rest of my portfolio behind. But yeah, you see, this is a great opportunity to say some of the altcoins are pumping. Now, I put some reinvestments back in with, obviously I took some profits out of Matic. I got exposed to VRA, and I don't know if we've not really talked about VRA on this, but you see down here, it was all the way down at like 2.5. I put in, it went all the way up to like 3.2, well 3.2, so that's like obviously 0.32. And again, these are going against the tide. These are altcoins that are pumping. We've got Matic, we've got VRA, we've got other ones like Anchor's had a good pump today, and also one of the other people's favourites, Solana. You know, that's also been pumping. Look at this, all-time highs, smashing through there. Look at this. We went through. We was at 9 o'clock this morning. We was pumping a bit, and it just, the 4-hour candle closed, and we went pumping away. So what altcoins have been ones to watch? Now, obviously, we look at coins that are not following the trend. There's a lot of altcoins that follow the trend of Ethereum, that follow the trend of Bitcoin. And I advise this to anyone that's sort of investing on here. Find a good few altcoins that seem to be following the trend of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and keep an eye on them in your portfolio. So when Ethereum and Bitcoin pumps, you can invest into them and ride that wave up. But then on the flip side of that, if you want to be a smarter investor, find some of the coins that tend to do well, that pump when Ethereum's doing poor, or when, for instance, like Bitcoin's doing poor. Like the last one, Rune was one of them. You know, it went on a massive thing. Cardano, we've got Solana, we've got Matic. You know, these are good project coins. They're not trash coins. They're good project coins that you should be have exposure to, in my opinion, in your portfolio, because there's a lot of diversity there. You've not got just a load of coins that follow Ethereum or Bitcoin, so when they seem to like have a bad day, your whole portfolio looks like it's just been hammered by the World of Warcraft. Do you know what I mean? So this is how I do it. I mean, you do you, I do me. This is not financial advice, but I like to have some diversity, that I like to have my portfolio not dropping too much, and the way I do that is balance it with coins that tend to sort of, I mean, you can't always get it right, but coins that tend to pump when Ethereum and Bitcoin do bad, and then the altcoins that pump when Ethereum and Bitcoin are doing well. So you've got the diversity there. You've got, obviously at the moment we're seeing Ethereum and Bitcoin take a bit of a dive, so I've got the likes of VRA, Matic, last time I had Rune, I had Engine, sort of fighting my battles for me, doing what I call damage limitation on my portfolio. We're all going to lose a little bit when the market's down, but this is about damage limitation, smart investing. We don't want to get wrecked, and we don't want to lose our money. So these are the altcoins that are pumping at the moment. But as a whole, what I wanted to tell people on here is try and make a balance and diversity in your portfolio. Now, I know this is a quicker video than I normally do, but I just wanted to get a clear message out there. I want to stop a lot of the fear and the hype of people just, you know, not knowing what's going on, being a bit unsure, following the crowds and thinking, what's happening to crypto? Is it 200, 2,000, 20,000, or like some of us losing tens of thousands every dip? You know, do not fear. You know, I don't think now's the time to panic. Diverse your portfolio a little bit. I'm never going to say invest in the trash coin, so that's your own risk. That's you do you on that, and I'll do me, because I just think they're for day trade investors. You know, people say I made a lot of money on Dodge, I made a lot of money on Sheepcoin, blah blah. Yeah, you got lucky. You know, you invested, it was going to go up or down. you was right. The people that didn't invest in it, you're right. You listened to technical analysis. You know, you went with your gut feeling, and you didn't lose money when Dodge crashed. The people that managed to get out before Dodge crashed, you was lucky, and congratulations, you made money. But it's for the trash coins are for day traders and sort of quick in and out pump and dump investors. We're talking about a diverse portfolio that will see you throughout the whole of the bull market, and this is why. And I know some of the people that will comment on this will say, but oh, this coin's pumping, I'm all in on this, blah blah blah, and that's fine, you do you. But this is how I do it, and I can tell you now that yes, because of our way my portfolio is set up, I do take little hits and bloodbaths sometimes, but there's damage limitation in there just by the way I set some of my investing coins up. Now, I know Ethereum went on a mad run, but even the coins that go against Ethereum don't drop, they just go up slightly slower. Now, and the ones that sort of drop, when Ethereum dropped, some of them pump, like Matic pumped, Engine pumped, you know, when we had that, Cardano had a pump, but the other ones that are diverse, they just pump a little bit slower. So, you know, there's no exact science to it where, you know, as soon as Ethereum does bad, all these coins pump, and Ethereum pumps and it goes on a long pump, or your other coin's going to just be tanking for the whole length of Ethereum pumping. No, they just go at a slower pace, but allow you to damage limitation the impact on your portfolio. So that being said, we'll just quickly recap. So is this the end for Bitcoin? No, definitely not. What is happening with crypto? I think we all know. We're all smart people. We're all kind of like, if we're invested in crypto, we're quite kind of clever people. And I don't care if whatever you hear people say, you're newbies or you're dumb for doing this. You say you're not. You know what I mean? You're smarter than a lot of people. You're more gutsy than a lot of people that never tried it or always wondering what it was like to invest. So don't beat yourself up about it. If you've lost a bit of money, it happens. It happens to me. It happens to others. It happens to the best in the business. So don't beat yourself up about it. Altcoins that are pumping, keep your eye out. Just go on CoinGecko. You can literally click and see the top coins that are pumping. I've got a website coming out soon which is going to show you all the indicators of what coins are sort of like, if Bitcoin's in a buy or sell indicator, what coins are coming on the market. We'll put some breaking news on there so you can get a bit of a, you know, feedback on sort of like what's happening in the market. It's not financial advice what you should do, it's just what's sort of happening, and you can sort of take your own educated guess. So that being said, please don't panic. Don't FOMO. It's not the end of crypto. There is a lot of silly people out there manipulating it, being sort of, you know, self-absorbed in a quite of like I say, in a position of great responsibility. Obviously, like we say, great responsibility comes great power. Some people abuse the power. Some people, you know, are quite generous with it. But I think we'll start seeing some green shoots start coming up. We just want to see if this Bitcoin sort of like takes a bounce at 42 and starts going up a little bit or starts going sideways. If it drops down, I think it definitely won't go any lower than 38 in my opinion. But it might wick down there just to sort of cash a lot of people out and then start having a good sort of like run after that. So my name's Christian, this is Crypto Ripto. Hope you've enjoyed the video and don't get wrecked.